Over 90% of all the land in the U.S. is considered rural America. But only 20% of our population lives here. Now, you'd think living around America is about the same everywhere. But it's not. Things most of us take completely for granted sometimes don't happen here in rural America. Or they happen differently. For example, high-speed internet, which most of us now take for granted, is virtually non-existent in much of rural America. And in many rural communities, emergency services like firefighters and paramedics are run completely by volunteers. For 150 years, the National Grange has been the voice for rural Americans.
Since the Grange was founded in 1867, we've done some really amazing things. It was just after the Civil War. The South was devastated, agriculture was in ruins, and the Grange brought people together. We are a family organization. We include activities from age 5 all the way up to 105. Children at age 5 have their own meetings, hold office, conduct their meetings just like the adults. They also have a lot of fun things like junior camp and contests that they can enter to build their leadership abilities in holding office and public speaking and confidence.
But the Grange does a lot more than that. The Grange means many things to many people, with family values, grassroots activism, and community service as their core values.
Community service can be anything that a Grange sees they need to do in their community. Granges hold oyster dinners for the local fire company to help raise funds, to Granges in Montana that supply books and paper and pencils for the small schools that can't afford them in the very rural areas.
As the mayor of a small town, we're extremely grateful that we have the Grange here in our community. It's the backbone of our community. It's our community center.
One of the least appreciated aspects of the Grange in the 19th century was the fact that not only did it have great accomplishments related to the economic and political cooperation among its members, but it was also founded for the purpose of creating social, cultural, and educational aspects of membership as well. The third-ranking officer in a Grange organization, both then and today, is the officer we call the lecturer, who is the program or education director. And even in today's Grange, it is important that anytime you come to a Grange meeting, that the education director be sure that you go home learning something new that you didn't know before. Long before we had mass communication like radio or television or even movies, if you wanted to be entertained, you had to rely on the people in that community. And Grange was the place that helped develop those talents and skills. Finally, Grange has been critical in helping to maintain traditional homemaking, folk art, and handicraft skills that are fast disappearing in our society. We manage some of the biggest programs today to help keep those skills alive.
I'm proud to belong to the Grange because of the legacy. From the very beginning, women were given an equal right to vote and hold office as men. And for 1867, that was far ahead of its time.
Whether you're from New York City or Des Moines, Iowa, human needs are the same. People just seem to want to interact with each other and their community. While rural Americans may have fewer services, they offer great value to the country and the world, providing food, fiber, and fuel.
Today we're involved in a lot of different issues, from agriculture to transportation to infrastructure. We don't know what the issues of tomorrow will be, but we look forward to continue to advocate for rural America.